She taught me all about, how to work with the cameras and smell the fart acting.
You said that you felt that you let down yourself,
It's like you got so many lines to learn so fast.
your family,
Sometimes you need a minute to remember your next one.
your teams.
So while you're thinking of it, you take this big pause where you look all intense.
How did you work through that, what you called this guilt that you were feeling?
Like this. Okay.
Oh.
I literally cannot believe that ESPN has left these comments up. They put out a puff piece on Brittany Griner. Now, if you don't remember who Brittany Griner is, let me summarize it to you. Brittany Griner is a irrelevant WNBA player who willingly, knowingly broke the law while in Russia and got arrested for it. In exchange for that, because, she happens to be black and also into women, our government decided, you know what? Let's let her not have any consequences for her actions. Let's trade someone literally called the Merchant of Death in exchange for her release. Again, she knowingly, willingly crossed the border, tried to bring, I think, THC pens or something like that over the border, and got arrested. She wasn't a political prisoner. She wasn't unfairly prosecuted. They weren't planted. She did this on purpose. And now she's crying on TV. Many people say she's a man. Am I missing something? Is she actually a man? I don't think so. I don't know. I always see all these pictures and I don't really know. Brittany Griner was emotional recounting her detainment in Russia. Let's go to the comments. By the way, the real gold is in the hidden comments. I can't believe, I don't even want to refresh this because I assume they're going to lock the comments down. There's no way you leave these comments open. Reminder, we gave up one of the scariest Russian arms dealers ever for her after she broke the law. She has a deeper voice than me. Her voice is deeper than Vin Diesel's. Y'all going to get cooked for this one. Damn, Brittany sounds like Brandon. He's lucky to be out. America would be a better place if Russia kept her. We don't care. Should have left him. Griner got over-sentenced on a drug charge. That's her story, her entire story. She did nothing of merit, nothing heroic, or at least is the least bit interesting, which is fine. Most basketball players are boring. Why are they trying to turn Griner into a thing? There's nothing there. Was she asked why she brought the drugs into Russia? Y'all know ESPN will definitely delete this post because of the comments. Should have left her there. I knew the comment section would be fun. Let's see if I refresh. They're still open? I can't even believe it. Now, I'm going to fill you in a little bit on who the Merchant of Death is and why they're getting cooked so bad, but let's dive into the gold mine that is the hidden replies, because there are literally thousands of them. An arms dealer was traded for this. Lamau, this country has gone to hell. That's a man, not a girl, and that exchange was horrible. I wonder how the Marine feels, who's still sitting in Russian jail, who didn't get traded because he's white and not a woman. I mean, that's true, right? You were in a foreign country. They have laws there. Ain't no one feels sorry for you. We release an effing Terry for you, and you hate America. Maybe after your time in Russia imprisonment, you'll learn to love it here a little bit more. Everybody just getting everyone. People are pointing like ESPN's literally. By the way, ESPN's like a left wing. They're like a left wing media outlet. They want, they obviously want, everyone to forget who was traded for a Russian arms dealer, which we're going to get into. We really let the Merchant of Death guy. We let free the Merchant of Death for this guy. His sneaking of drugs into Russia ultimately resulted in a terrible arms dealer being released. There's about 1,000 people in these replies simply just calling Brittany Griner a man. I mean, if you look at the quote tweets, obviously also savage. Sound up, Brittany Griner is a dude. He's not even trying to hide it. there was a no trade backs clause in this. Is there a no trades back in this clause? We want the arms dealer back. I mean, are you kidding me? Rolling Stone wrote a puff piece. Brittany Griner reveals the harassment during Russian prisons. It's prison. What did you think? How did you think it was going to go? By the way, this is who we traded. The Merchant of Death is back in action. The inside story of how the U.S. agents took down Victor Bout, the world's most notorious arms trader, and why they're worried about what comes next. Well, we had to trade him for a black lesbian. That's a lot more oppression points. You know, that's a lot more oppression points. Shortly after 1 p.m. Bangkok time on March 8th, 2008, two shaggy Colombian guerrillas locked eyes with a genial, mega-rich Russian arms dealer and realized they had a lot to talk about. They're flying Apaches. A guerrilla dubbed Ricardo raged. They're flying Blackhawks. We don't have any. How can we defend ourselves with a rifle against a Blackhawk or an Apache? We want to knock down those American sons of bees because we're tired. End them and kick them out of my country. Yes, 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 Victor Bout, the arms dealer, commiserated. They act as if it was their home. Bout reassured Ricardo and his pal Carlos were both working for the Colombian Marxist rebel insurgency known as FARC, that he shared their hatred for the United States. We have the same enemy. It could have been the start of a beautiful relationship. The guerrillas and Bout talked for about 2 hours, first in the mezzanine lounge of a Bangkok restaurant, then holed up in a bland conference room. No lunch, no wine, none of the orchid-draped ladies, just water, tea, business, business, business. The Colombians described life in the jungle. Bout, a mustachioed 41-year-old Russian already known as the Merchant of Death, with a long, bloody history in the Congo, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, and many other war zones, offered sympathy and relief in the form of a massive arsenal. Again, this is who we traded, a boring WNBA player who willingly, knowingly broke the law for. He listed that was an offer of 30,000 AKs, 10 million rounds, 5 tons of C4, ultralight airplanes outfitted with grenade launchers, mortared, unmanned aerial vehicles, sniper rifles, vehicle-mounted anti-aircraft cannons that could take down an airliner, and most audaciously, 700 to 800 shoulder-fired homing surface-to-air missiles known as SAMs, or manpads for Manned Portable Air Defense System. I mean, this is who, you know, this is what got what we traded for. What is Rolling Stone saying? Oh, Rolling Stone's out there saying, oh, we gotta really humanize this person. We really gotta humanize this person. The replies to this are amazing. We're winning. Sucks to suck. I mean, a lot of people hitting him with the Stephen A. I'm here to tell you, we don't care.
You said that you felt that you let down yourself, your family, your teams.
Yeah.
So how...
I am convinced that it's a biological man. I don't know.
did you
Or they're on
work through that,
testosterone for
what
sure.
you called this guilt that you were feeling?
I just don't know.
I don't think I really.
It's a man's voice. I don't really. They have to be on testosterone, right? That has to be at least the minimum. But yeah, there's no way you leave these replies open. They'll be shut down in about 2 hours. She's got a deeper voice than me. Her voice is deep. I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, this is great. Everything about this is hilarious. You know, an interview with ABC also, after Rolling Stone, after ESPN, Griner described packing the cartridges as an absent-minded, but they were THC cartridges, by the way, as an absent-minded mistake while rushing to leave their home. Why were you taking it with you anyway? It's illegal. The Times reported they were forced her to sign documents in Russian and charge her with smuggling a significant amount of 0.7 grams by their own measures into Russia. She faced 10 years in prison and $15,000 fine. Her situation escalated when Russia invaded, obviously, Ukraine, turning her confinement into an international flashpoint. She's actually lucky that they invaded because they probably needed their arms dealer back. Now, however this individual was treated in prison, I don't know, but I do know that there are lots of Americans that are still sitting over there in prison, and they didn't get, the world didn't scramble to get them released. So ESPN's getting rightfully shredded for trying to pretend like this person's some hero. Just go away. Nobody wants to hear from Brittany Griner. Nobody wants to see them cry. Nobody gives a damn about you. The United States traded somebody who's got a body list that's probably thousands of lives long, and it's going to increase by many thousands more because a black lesbian made a stupid mistake, a knowing mistake, and got caught for it. That's our president. That's Joe Biden. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.